It's like we're literally walking back in time 700,000 years ago.
I don't even know what just happened.
Yeah. Good morning. This is our breakfast this morning. Everything is made here and it's impressive. When we got here, they offered us either a sweet breakfast or if we wanted, we could have a savory breakfast. And we're not going anywhere, we're on vacation, so we said yes to donuts and cakes. This is what I'm going out in. And this is a huge Italian no-no, but it's raining outside, so I need something that acts as a jacket. In Italy, they always say something about patterns clashing, like one pattern at a time, but honestly, I'm at a point where I don't really care about those like fashion rules or things like that. I will say people really stare if you're wearing flip-flops. That's one that like maybe listen to, but I have been watching what Italians wear versus tourists, and tourists dress to the nines. They wear their old money outfits, which are gorgeous, but Italians, most of the time, they're just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Like they're just normal people in normal clothes, and it's taken a lot of pressure off of the stigma of you have to dress so fancy in Europe. Just be yourself. You're here on vacation, just enjoy. We out here. We haven't even walked 10 steps away from the hotel and we're already so impressed by how beautiful this is. It's like we're literally walking back in time, and it's also like we're the only people in this whole town. Oh my gosh. We ended up just stopping in this little bar here, and they have paninis and things like that, and they're so nice with the language barrier, trying to like communicate, like, we'll heat this up for you, do you want mayonnaise, all that stuff. Beautiful view in here.
Ciao.
Oh my goodness, what a good baby. That's cool. This church actually began construction in 1702, and something that I love about Europe is almost everything you learn about is older than America. This church is older than the country we're from. We stayed in a hotel older than America. It's just amazing when you're from a country that's, in the grand scheme of things, so new. Almost everything you see in Europe is going to be older than the country you're from. We're taking a long way back, and every 2 seconds we're seeing stuff that just looks incredible. We're hearing nothing but the birds chirping and occasional sounds from the church, the bells ringing, and it's a magical experience. I wish you were here to experience this with us. I've been lying to you this whole time. I've been saying that this is a medieval town. This is a prehistoric town. There are parts of it that date back 700,000 years ago. And it was where the first medieval people kind of settled down and things like that as well. But this is so much older than we even thought. This is incredible. James is coming in with a little history lesson for you.
Yeah, so to put it pretty briefly, I mean, this place has traded hands a lot of times. Obviously, it dates back 700,000 years ago, pretty prehistoric, but in around 800, it was sacked by the Saracens, and then it was sacked again by the Hungarians. Then it was sacked again by the Germans. It went through different municipalities and principalities and different kingdoms and things like that. And it's honestly just like a crazy, crazy place. And to be walking here and experiencing it is kind of magical, honestly.
And that church that we thought was really cool because it was built in 1702, that is pretty new compared to the rest of the place. We just decided to take these stairs up. Don't know where they lead to, but here's where we are. James said it's scary up there because he can't see anything. Hey! Almost everywhere you go, you're gonna find signs like this outside because everything is historic and interesting and cool and amazing and awesome. You hear that? Shame. Maybe we should have done some research before we came here, because as we've been reading signs, we realized we've been staying in a palace. This is Tronconi Palace. Now it feels even more ridiculous that we're the only ones here, because we're the only ones in the medieval palace. We're so lucky. So we came back and we started reading through all of our paperwork, honestly, to see if the wine is included. It's not, but it's honestly not expensive. I remember wondering what the price is. We're looking at $22, $20, $18, $19 $11. I guess they're euros, so it's a little bit more in dollars. But anyway, I was reading the information here, and it says, steeped in history, these rooms have had the honor of hosting notable visitors such as King Ferdinand and Don Nicola Grossi. That's pretty cool. Because we're totally alone in here, we are gonna be getting our work done in the common area. And there's a record player behind us, so we're gonna listen to some music as well. We've got some ace juice and we've got some banana juice. So I am very excited to get some work done. This is extremely rare this time of year. It's June and it is dumping rain outside. Everybody the whole trip has just been like, it's so weird. Because we don't have a car, we're a little nervous to go through the windy hills and stuff like that. So we're actually gonna order pizza to come here. Change of plans. We went to order the pizza and they actually don't deliver over here, but you know what does? Burgers. And I'm never mad at a burger. I don't know why people say that burgers outside of the US aren't good. We've had fire burgers in Italy. We've had the best burger ever in London, but we are getting a bath going to kind of clean up and everything. And I'm thinking there's a chance we eat those burgers in the bath, and I think that's really fun for me. It just came and they walked over to us with the bag. It was a father and son, and they were super nice, gave us the bag, gave them the money, left. But everybody that we've talked to in here, there's guests now, they were like, there's delivery? We found it. Google. Oh my gosh. We keep meeting the most incredible people. On my birthday, we met an incredible couple. Shout out Matt and Jenny if you're watching. But we just met another incredible couple.
I don't even know what just happened.
Yeah.
We were leaving our room to go get our food, and there was a couple in the kitchen as we were, we have to walk through the kitchen, and so they were eating pizza, and we stopped and said, hey, introduced ourselves really quick.
Right when we come back inside, they're like, hey, like, come sit out here with us, come hang out. There is a part of us that was like, oh, like we kind of want to go back in our room and eat, but we sat down there, and I'm so glad we did.
It was crazy. I mean, we talked about so much.
They're looking for a house out here. They found like an incredible palace that
12,000 square feet.
And it has like a ballroom in it, and like nobles lived there and things like that, which that was like the least incredible thing we talked about, which is insane to say. But they're filmmakers, and they started telling us about films that they've made. They make documentaries, and they started telling us about their journey in Afghanistan, and it made me feel like every issue we have had on this trip is stupid.
You really just have to think about like what other people are going through, like people being driven out of their homes, having to leave their family, or trying to figure out a way to survive, being hunted. They lived it, like they saw it firsthand, and they were trying to document it. It makes you realize like how grateful and thankful you are, and have to try to be. And again, everyone goes through their own thing, and there's no devaluing that, but regardless of your situation, like if you can find any bit of light or positivity in it, like that's really what you have to hold on to.
Yeah, there are people who are not even treated like people that somehow find a way to be positive in life and find the good in it. It's just wild hearing their stories about it. They documented the whole thing, and then the documentary never came out. We talked about that for a long time, and it was insane to hear about. It's also just crazy to be talking to somebody who's like, they literally saved lives. Like, there was somebody that was going to be taken back to Afghanistan against their will, and they sent them money, and they got them out of there, and they got them a job, and they've done so many things like that. And you always kind of compare yourself to certain people, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to, but I don't know if I'm gonna save a life like that. But if we can at least inspire some people to find the happiness of their lives, and to, maybe it's a little uncomfortable to find that happiness and to feel inspired like that, but like, I hope that we can push people to do that. And it's something where I kind of expected them to be like, yeah, well, we've saved lives, but they were like, no, like that's beautiful, that's incredible. Anything you are willing to do to bring positivity into this world, do it. And I don't know, we've just been meeting so many like positive, incredible people.
We really weren't even supposed to be here. Like the fact that we're staying at this place, stumbled upon them. We've been alone for a day and a half, and that's who walks through the door, and we hit it off and talked for hours, and it really makes you feel like you're doing the right thing and you're in the right place, and all the trials and tribulations and taking the leap, and you know, all the negativity and people saying that it's crazy or you shouldn't do it, or you know, even the voices in your head saying it's crazy or you shouldn't do it. Like whenever that's happening, that's how you know that you need to do it. But
be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible about it. But you know, it just goes to show, like when you prioritize things that you feel is right and you take the leap, good things happen. Obviously bad things happen too, and it may look like, you know, we're lucky, and at times it feels like we're lucky, but we put ourselves in the situation to become lucky. We go through the bad luck to be able to open up to the good luck.
Both of the incredible people that we've met so far, we've talked about how, you know, money comes and goes, but the memories last forever. The things you do to actually find happiness. Money is not happiness. And you know, we took this leap and we put ourselves in a tough situation with money. We put ourselves in a tough situation with a lot of things. You know, we're not going to show you all of the negatives because of course we want to inspire you and show you it's great. But the reality is, like you said, to be somebody who's lucky, you have to be unlucky.
Yeah, I think one thing I noticed is that, you know, the bad luck or the bad things that might happen to you, it's upsetting and bad in the moment, but that's not what sticks with you. What sticks with you is the times of the good luck. What sticks with you is the kindness that people can show. What sticks with you is the relationships that you build and the people that you meet along the way.
I really do feel like after just the last week, like we're gonna go home different people. Like this, just those human interactions have completely changed us, I feel like.
This was the goal. The goal wasn't to get the most aesthetic videos and pictures. Like that's never really been our brand. Our brand is to inspire people to get out of their comfort zone, to pursue their passions, pursue their dreams, and we hope you guys like us for us. It's so much bigger than that and so much more important than that, but you never know like who's going to change your life that you could possibly meet. It only takes one person to completely change the trajectory of your life.
And those people are out there, even if you haven't met them yet, they're out there waiting for you. You both just don't know it yet. And I guess a way to round this out is there are parts of life that are always going to be negative because you need the negative to see the positive. But those parts of your lives, if you don't like your job, if the people you're hanging around aren't supportive, or you know, whatever it may be, there is another option. Like I said, it may be uncomfortable to take that route, but that route is there. You just need to create it for yourself and pave it out. To quote Hannah Montana, life's what you make it.
So let's make it rock.
Absolutely.
We've unwinded from our inspiration moment. Now, I just wanted to tell you something. We started talking about these hooks right here, and we're like, what are they for? So I Googled it, and apparently many things. If this was the middle of a room back then, it was probably used for a lantern, maybe curtains, maybe a tapestry or something like that. So just little touches like that in here are really cool to see and think about the history and things like that. So I would also recommend anywhere you go in Europe, if there's something that you're like, that's a little different than at home, Google it or ask about it, because a lot of times the littlest, tiniest details make you be like, wow, the history.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot that I was vlogging. This morning we went out and we had some yummy breakfast. It looked about the same as yesterday, so you're not really missing too much. But Juicy did make a few new items, and we just kept talking with that couple that we met last night. We were connecting with some humans, forgot to vlog. But now we're packing everything up so that we can get a little bit of work done in the common area. We were getting some work done and Juicy literally read my mind. I was telling James we need some food. She came out right as I was saying that with food. Yeah. We've got wine. We are blessed. This food's incredible. Juicy's amazing. She was like, I'm sorry my English isn't that good and I wish I could give you more. And we were like, what do you mean more? Like, look how much we have. The time has come that we are about to get picked up and head over to the train station to go back to Rome. And there's just something so special about Arce. It's off the beaten path. Everyone's so kind. It's the Italian experience we all dream of
honestly. And I just can't thank Farah Tours enough for sending us over here. Like I said, this video is not sponsored by them, but we're just incredibly thankful. Thank you to Palazzo Tronconi. The hospitality has been just ridiculous, honestly. That's about it. The next time I see you, we're gonna be back in Rome and taking a day trip over to Tuscany, so I will see you for that next. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you come on to the next one as well. I'll see you very soon. Please like, comment, subscribe. We would really, really appreciate it, but we'll see you really soon. Love ya.